Hello and welcome to the final match day of the Indian Women's League. What a season it has been, and it all comes down to today as Gokulam Kerala take on Nita Football Academy live from the East Bengal ground. So the final match day, still lots to play for at the bottom of the table, but for these two teams, it's more about who finishes above one another, who gets into that third position of sorts. Right now, it is Gokulam Kerala who are below Nita Football Academy. They are on 17. Nita are on 19. So it's pretty straightforward. Gokulam Kerala win today, then they can go above Nita. Kickstart are on 20 points in third position. And the Malabarians come into this one on the back of a 0-0 draw versus Setu most recently. And this is how Gokulam Kerala line up. You've got Alina, Baby Menaka, Sorel, Phoebe, Shubhangi, the skipper, Muskan, Shilji, Remy, Priyadarshini, and Soumya. Head coach Raman Vijayan names that lineup. MUAJ not starting. Today she has been prolific for them. Asam Roja Devi also gets a bit of a rest. Nita Football Academy come into this one on the back of a 3-2 victory versus Sesa, who are right at the bottom of the table. Before that, they lost 2-0 to East Bengal. But it's been a decent season from them as well. So this is how they start off. Adrija, Nishima, Viksit, Susanna, Jasuda, Pyari Khaka, the captain, Bhumika, Julie, Elizabeth, Cindy, and Matilda Kwao. Paramita Sid is their head coach. Finally got a win after a few games without one. They went 5 without a win before they played against Sesa. As this captains come out, referee Pooja S will be in charge today. All smiles for everybody, even though we're all sad that this is going to be the end of the Indian Women's League season. Pooja S, the ref, assisted by Monique Hilary and Lantan Sanghi, and Rachna Hasmukh Kamani is the fourth official. It's all set for what is going to be an important victory important game. If they can get a victory, then they will be happy, of course, Gokulam Kerala. Every position in the league means a lot, and we're seeing that with lots of leagues in Indian football in the world coming to a close this week and the next. Lots of champions being crowned as well. And what a day it was for the occupants of this particular ground, East Bengal, yesterday. We'll get into that. They are already champions of the Indian Women's League, and the celebrations have already begun. Kari Kaka with a bit of an injury, wearing that mask, and she is a superhero with the way she has played over the last few seasons and this one as well. We'll start the countdown now for one last time for these two teams in the season. Let's go.
We've been waiting for. Let the countdown begin. 5, 4.
So there we go. The final match day kicks off. We have a couple of games now and a couple of games in the evening as well. Gokulam Kerala take on Nita Football Academy, trying to get into third position, and at least amongst each other, trying to just get a one-up and finish maybe fourth. But Kickstart's goal difference in a -4 isn't that great as compared to Nita FA, who have got a goal difference of 3, +3 that is, and Gokulam Kerala, who won 0. They've scored 15, conceded 15. Good pressure. Looking to play the ball into the space for Pyari Kaka, who gets a touch on it. Unprecedented. As I said, it's been a great season for her. Already 12 goals. Second highest goal scorer is behind Fazila, who's on 19, and Soumya from East Bengal has got quite a few in the last few games. She's gone up to 10. Looking for a run down the left-hand side there. Matilda Kaur, the Ghanaian, has been so impressive. The foreign players for most of the sides. That's a decent ball through. The Kenyan, Elizabeth. But with all the foreign firepower in Nita FA, it is Pyari Kaka who's got the majority of the goals, 12 of them to her. You've got the foreigners from Nita FA, Elizabeth from Kenya, Cindy, rather than there's Matilda from Ghana, and there's Susanna from Ghana. And here's Matilda. Gokulam Kerala, on the other hand, Sorel has been good in the midfield. And at the back, Phoebe. Of course, on top, Emueje from Nigeria has been superb, but not starting today. But the Indian talent, of course, has been so impressive throughout this campaign. That's something that we'll take into the next season. That's a nice one to attempt it. Pyari has it. Tries to recycle. Good win back there from Muskan Suba, who's also grown in leaps and bounds in this season. And Gokulam Kerala, of course, would have been wanting to fight for the title. This time round, they haven't been able to. That could be a corner. It will be a corner. First one of the game. So Jasura will take it. Looking to put a bit of pressure onto the likes of Soumya, who's in between the sticks for Gokulam Kerala. Jasura takes it short, gets it back, goes for a left-footed cross, which is not executed properly but kept alive. Actually just headed away there from Susanna. Couldn't really get the direction on that header. Good pressure here from Nita FA. They have been pretty pressurized in the games before this, but it's about putting your opponents under pressure early on. That's a good attempt there from the likes of Cindy. Actually, Elizabeth, I beg your pardon. Viksit to Pyari Kaka, puts the ball in. Composed stuff there from Gokulam Kerala, but they give the ball away again. Pyari Kaka tries to turn into the space. Alina does well to clear that away. Now a bit of space for Gokulam Kerala to move it forward. Remy Thokchom, this is a great run from her. Keeps going and then gives the ball away. Needed a bit more help, but also just kept running into the space without really thinking what the next move was. But here's Muskan as Gokulam Kerala have a bit of space. Tries to play the reverse ball, doesn't really work out. She has it again. Looks for another ball towards Shilji. Can't get that going though. Here's Parikaka, picks it up nicely, being followed sternly by Phoebe. Good defensive work there by Baby. Lanchandami. Menaka couldn't really get the control on the pass to the perfection that she was looking for. Last time these two sides met, I'll just come back to that. Let's take a look at the coaches. Raman Vijayan, team coach of Gokulam Kerala. Paramita Sid from Nita Football Academy. So as I was saying, last time they met this season, it was 1-1. So it's still pretty tight between these two teams. Last year, Gokulam Kerala won 4-1 and 2-0. So they did the double over them. And Neha getting the goal last time they met for Nita FA. And Nineka for Gokulam Kerala. Muskan couldn't keep that under control. Here's Parikaka, couldn't get that touch away from her feet. There was a runner beyond her. That's a decent ball through. That's a fantastic ball through. What a goal! Wonderful from Gokulam Kerala. And they take an early lead in the final game of the season. Priyadarshini with the header, absolutely rooted to the spot was Adrija. Sensational ball through, I think from Menaka Devi. It was Menaka. Look at the way she saw
Goal for
Priyadarshini,
Gokulam
who
Kerala
proceeded to make
FC
the
by
run
jersey number 30
into space.
Priyadarshini.
Good header, no chance for Adrija. We've seen some fantastic goals this season. This one is right up there. For the quality of the ball from Menaka and the precision of the header from Priyadarshini, Gokulam Kerala have scored some good team goals. They know how to find each other. And that first look from Menaka, in other words, I'm going to play it soon. Start your run. Priyadarshini did exactly that. Timed it to perfection and the ball was absolutely brilliant. 10 minutes played, 1-0 to the Malabarians. A bit of quality from Gokulam Kerala, who didn't really have much of the ball. It was mostly Nita FA were living in their half. A bit of a trip comes in here, but she does really well to get the ball back. Does a Baby Lal. Matilda looking for a shot, struck it well but not on target. Nice flick around the corner. And then good ball through into space. But that is good stuff from Julie Kishan. One of the centre backs who makes defending effortless. As does Susanna. They're really good at the back together. And Julie gives the ball away. As I mentioned it, that's the commentator's curse. There's Priyadarshini. Muskan looks for the ball through towards Shilji. Shot from a distance there, but straight into the back of the defender. And then an awkward ball out. Not really keeping too much possession as of now, either side. Into space for Pyari, not the best of clearances, but it does the job as long as it's away from danger. Nice turn there from Matilda. Looks to switch the play. There's no winger on the right hand side. There should have been one. Elizabeth puts a bit of pressure there. Baby clears it away. Looking for a cross now. Cleared away by Alina. Trying to keep their shape. Julie Plays it all the way back towards Adrija. Julie needs to be careful in those positions. Plays it back to Susanna. A bit of a foul there from Sorel. Bit of a push there, nicely done. Holds on to the ball there, does Bhumika. Gokulam Kerala need to clear this away. Eventually they do. Phoebe just puts the boot through it. Not enough space there for Matilda to try and sneak into. She is good in those small spaces though. Priyadarshini, the goal scorer. 1-0 to Gokulam Kerala in the first 15. Something tells me we'll have a few more goals in this game. Played it into the keeper's hands. Not going too far away from a comfort zone there. Soumya. Chipped into space. Headed away though. Bit of an awkward one. Both players go down, which means the referee will just blow the whistle and stop things. Cindy and Muskan going for it. Muskan just clipping her and then her knee hitting Cindy. So hopefully they'll both be fine after that. Experienced campaigners on both benches. Especially Cindy came worse off, I think, in that one. Muskan looks to be fine. And of course, Raman Vijayan, household name in Indian football, hailing from Tamil Nadu. He's played for the likes of East Bengal, coach in Mahindra United back in the day, Dempo, Mohammedan Sporting. 3 stints actually at East Bengal. Played for the Indian national side as well. And since then, in the managerial sense of things, has been part of the likes of Delhi Dynamos, South United, Chennai, and now Gokulam Kerala Women. A prolific goal scorer himself. Also won the Golden Boot in the National Football League, which was the top tier back in the day. Hopeful ball there from Jasoda Munda, trying to look for Pyari Kaka, who's a prolific goal scorer herself. Just trying to be a little too cute there on the ball. Bhumika can play towards Pyari Kaka. Good challenge. Bit of a loose ball actually. I'm trying to get something going on the counter. Good work by Nishima as she plays it back. That's a nice touch from Elizabeth. Here's Menaka. Goes for a shot herself. Looked like she struck it well from this angle. And what a brilliant delivery in the last, or rather in this game. I was going to say the last chance they've made was that one, the goal that they scored. After that, it's been on Nita FA. Oh, that should have been a better ball from Menaka. From Bhumika Devi. The same surname, so forgive me. And you can hear the coaches from the side. You've got to make sure that there are minimal amount of mistakes, and mispasses are mistakes, of course. And now Gokulam Kerala give the ball away. Cindy. Matilda plays it wide nicely for Elizabeth. Has a bit of space down the right if she wants to use it. She cuts back inside, looks to play it towards Pyari Kaka. That's not going to be a handball. Bhumika. And that's good work from her. And a good battle between Shubhangi, the skipper, who's also a workhorse, and Bhumika. Eventually, looks like the foul has been given though. Oh, there's a bit of a pullback. Didn't see that first time round. A big pullback there from Shubhangi. Unnecessary on that occasion. Now Susanna will set it up for a free kick. Susanna goes for it herself, but can't keep it on target, and it looked like Soumya had it covered. Maybe could have put that in to the space for somebody to try and head it. Went for the shot herself, but decent attempt. Looking for a shot from a distance. That's a poor one. They're not really keeping the ball too well on most occasions here. Gokulam Kerala. Jasoda Munda going for one from very far out. Need to get it away here, Gokulam Kerala, but they're under pressure from Nita FA. Here's Pyari Kaka. Bhumika goes for a shot herself. That's a better one. Just across the face of goal, slightly closer to the edge of the area as compared to those really far ones which they've been attempting, and it hasn't been working. It looks like it's come off a player, so it will be a corner, which is even better for them. Opportunity now for Nita FA to get one back. And another poor delivery. Looks like they want to score Olympicos themselves by the looks of it. This time Jasoda. Another free kick for Nita FA. Headed away again, looking for Jasoda. That's a poor ball from her. Hasn't been the best game that she's had so far. Usually more reliable in that midfield. It happens sometimes. Beautiful move there, but Muskan's pass could have been held up a little bit and then played towards Remy. Remy. Not the best of passes there. And another poor pass is not too pleasing there. From either coach, not too happy with the way the game has been progressing. Dropping deep and trying to get the ball here, Matilda, and doing really well. And now she can go into space, but that's a nice challenge coming in from Sorel. Matilda keeps going. 1, 2, 3, 4 challenges. And not a foul called. I don't think it was. Smashed away. Not taking too much pressure there, Soumya. Good pressure there from Shilji rather. Just putting pressure on Susanna there. And a good block there from Susanna again. Should deal with this comfortably. And she does. Another ball into space. Pianikaka's touch doesn't really keep it under control. Could have been. Gives a thumbs up to that ball, but not easy to take that under control first time.
Cooling break. They can come out if they want.
So time for a cooling break, a breather for everybody, but for now it is Gokulam Kerala who are in the lead thanks to a great ball from Menaka and Priyadarshini's finish.
It is okay. Thank you, God.
So they've come off the field into the shade, which is a bit of a breather. It's great to be off or outside, away from the sun rather. That's the ball, that's the finish. Absolute beauty. One of the best passes you'll see. Supreme heat in Kolkata, I must tell you. If you're watching on from other parts of the country, very humid.
There's no shade.
Around 36, 37 degrees and feels like 39 to 40. And with the humidity, these are extreme conditions. So kudos to the women for the second phase where they've played in these conditions and have done it with so much of energy, so much of intensity. It looks like there will be a change though for Gokulam Kerala. Mira Devi looks like she's coming on.
यहाँ पे आ जाओ.
So that's the end of the cooling break, much required. And it looks like it'll be Shilji Shaji who's off. Pretty surprising. She was chasing quite a few balls. Maybe it's a tactical change. I'm not sure what the reason was.
एक बार रिपीट कर.
Substitution for Gokulam Kerala FC. Jersey number 20, Shilji Kaji. Replaced by jersey number 12, Meera Devi.
So that's the substitution, as you can hear. Looking for a ball into the center, cleared away by Susanna. There's a rock at the back. Another shot. Awkward one. And the cooling break sometimes just also come in like a bit of a tactical breather as well. Matilda does so well to get past Alina, goes for the cross, edge of the area, chance to shoot for Jasoda. This time it's a better shot. And good claim there from Soumya. Pyari Kaka looks to play the ball. That's another poor pass. They've not kept the ball well. Nita FA. Looking to play it into space. Oh, that could have worked out. Shani almost headed into space herself and almost got it again second time. Susanna picks it up. Muskan goes for a challenge, doesn't really work. Lots of frustration setting in here from both the coaches. It's been that sort of a game. The intensity. And then another aimless ball. It does happen when the energy levels are lower. Now the News Kickstart are leading their game. Just played at the National Centre of Excellence also in Calcutta. Bhumika trying to turn, good reverse pass. This could be the chance that they were waiting for. Good save from Soumya, stretching to her left. There was an opportunity for Elizabeth to play towards Pyari Khaka. She went for it herself, but Soumya's save keeps Gokulam Kerala in the lead. But that was a really good move from them, finally keeping the ball well. Good touch from her to get away. Didn't get enough power on the shot. The placement was decent, but Soumya had it at a comfortable height to make the save. That's more like it from Nita FA. That's what they are capable of. Khaka plays it backwards. Bhumika had a chance to turn but didn't. Nita FA have scored 10 more goals as compared to Gokulam Kerala before this game, 25 of them. So they are not shy in front of goal, that's for sure. Too much on that one, but should be kept alive by Matilda, who does well to open up space. Could go herself here. She does go herself. Saved by Soumya. Wasn't in the corner. Soumya making a couple of good saves here for Gokulam Kerala, but now Nita FA have come alive. Brilliant run by Matilda. She and Elizabeth creating a couple of chances thanks to their running ability. Corner, another poor corner. Jasoda Munda can't deliver as well as she would have liked. Soumya feeling it slightly. She's got a bit of a shaky knee by the looks of it. With a bit of tape on it. 5 clean sheets so far for Raman Vijayan's side. They would love to keep a 6th, and Soumya is working hard for it this afternoon. Susanna gets a bit of advice from the coach. Back to the action now. Muskan plays it back. Menaka holding on to possession here. Susanna and Phoebe goes for the long ball. Kept in play though. And Menaka has it. And Muskan can't get that touch correct. Susanna with a good run. Has options beyond her. Plays it towards Bhumika. That's a poor pass. Once again losing possession too easily there, Nita FA. They should win it back. In fact, Muskan has done really well. Now it's played wide. Mira can't find the pass towards Priyadarshini. Elizabeth has Bhumika if she wants to play her there. Doesn't though. Viksit. That should be a throw to Nita Afe. And Susanna puts another ball in. There's a decent delivery, headed away. Edge of the area, shot from Jasoda. Off target this time. She's taken quite a few shots in this game. Put it into space there, nothing really coming off it. Here's Julie. Just plays it backwards. Another ball into space. This should be kept alive. No, in fact, it just went away from Matilda. Kai Kaka couldn't get that touch right. In fact, it was a really good challenge from Phoebe. They've had more of the ball, more chances, Nita FA, but haven't been as clinical as Gokulam Kerala. One chance, one goal. Sometimes you would take that. Given away again. Pyari Kaka could get there. Just in time, Phoebe clears it away. Bhumika does well, but another good touch there from Sorel. Here she is again. Meera to Priyadarshini. Up against Julie Kishan. Priyadarshini goes for a ball herself. There's nobody in there apart from Remy Thokchom, and it was really tough for her to get there anyway. So as I was saying, big day for East Bengal women. Of course, today they'll finish off a campaign as back-to-back champions. But for the East Bengal men, yesterday here in Kolkata, we had a fantastic derby in the Indian Super League. One of the biggest derbies to be played in the last few years, and it just shows that football in India is alive and kicking. And the women's football is in the thick of it all. They have been growing in leaps and bounds. All the competitions coming to a close this season. IWL 2 champions, Hobbs FC as well. But it has been a phenomenal display of togetherness and hopefully progress for years to come in Indian football. That's a good move. Challenge comes in from Susanna, who likes to get physical in those areas, which is exactly what you want from your main centre back. Here's Alina. Muskan, good turn. She has options. Muskan tries to go herself. Susanna, very tough to beat her. Minaka goes for a ball herself, forces it this time round. That's a good kick from Adrija. Almost finds its way towards Elizabeth. Muskan, another good turn. She's done well in that pocket. Oh, and again, It's happened to me quite a few times in this IWL season. Praised a player and they make a miss pass. Nonetheless, good game from her so far. There's Jasora. Pyari Kaka back to Jasora. Finds Bhumika. Not the best of touches there. And now too much on that ball. Soumya will gobble it up and take a bit of time to reset.
Seriously, Bhumi, I have to tell that one. You have to go and tell the goalkeeper now.
5 minutes will be added on. That's quite a bit. There was that slight injury between Cindy and
There will be an
Muskan.
added time of 5 minutes.
Yes, Priyadarshini. Cindy plays it away. Few tired legs now as we approach halftime. It's good from Viksit. Just turning and then playing it back, holding on to possession. Nice turn from Bhumika. Here's Cindy. Good ball from her as well. This is better from Nita FA. And it should fall to Matilda, who's onside. Goes for a cross. Soumya collects. Idea was right, but just couldn't get towards Pyari. And somebody else has gone down as well. End of the season. A bit of cramp, a bit of dehydration. Really hot conditions. And started today at 3 p.m. instead of the usual kickoff of 4 p.m. Makes a slight difference. It is a bit hotter. Rabanujayan will take the lead. 1-0 is pretty good at halftime. But his players are struggling. Shubhangi was the one who called for the physio. But now Sorel is also having a bit of a problem. And to add to it, 5 minutes of added time in the first half, which is something that hardly takes place. Launched. Nobody in the midfield there for Gokulam Kerala. Julie plays it towards Elizabeth. They're defending with 10 people here. Gokulam Kerala. Julie gets it back. Goes for the cross. Pyari Kaka. What a save. No, in fact, it's been parried into the side netting. And they were short on a defender down the left-hand side because Shubhangi was off. Nita FA have capitalized. Brilliant move from Julie Kishan to add herself to the attack and play it towards Pyari Kaka. Good finish across the keeper. I thought Soumya had it covered. But it's the 13th of the season for Nita FA's number 10. Look at the way she finds space. That's poor
Goal for
defending.
Nita Football
You
Academy
can't keep
by
Pyari
jersey
Kaka
number 10,
alone
Pyari.
in the area. Julie Kishan gets the assist. But ball following there from Alina. She was supposed to pick up Pyari Kaka in that sort of position. Not easy to head the ball with the mask on because the ball will be going off the forehead. But what a finish. Good attempt by Soumya. You got to feel for her. She's made some good saves. But you can't say that Nita FA have not deserved this goal because they have made some good moves. But from Gokulam Kerala's point of view, game management wasn't the best. There was nobody on Shubhangi's side. Even if somebody went towards her side, the middle was open. One of the wingers had to drop back. And that is a big, big mistake from the whole team's
Where do
part.
you go now? Where do you go now? Where do you go now?
Another ball through. They could get another. Here's Pyari Kaka. Once again. Can't wrap her foot around it. Maybe a touch inside could have helped the angle. But good energy from Nita FA, almost getting 2 goals within the space of a similar amount of minutes.
कोई बात नहीं. Very drop, very drop. Jasuda, Jasuda. वो दोनों में खा जाओ. Man का and the number 8 is always free. Come on. Very drop.
Here's Muskan. Bhumika almost knocks her off there. Good physicality. That's what's really impressed me this season in the IWL. Players not afraid to just go in and give a challenge, and that will really help Indian football grow as a whole. Especially when the national team takes on those sides. Chance. Always a tough one there from Matilda. Could have played it wide. There was a runner, especially after they've been building those small passes nicely.
Go for 1-2.
What a time to equalize from Nita FA's point of view.
Jasu, go back. Very drop the Roman.
Meraka loses out. Good double team there by Viksit and Jasoda, who's come into form now as the game has progressed. Good work there from Sorel. Gets it back and goes to play the ball into space, but Viksit has been really solid down this left. And again, cuts inside nicely. But that will be half-time. An eventful half nonetheless. Priyadarshini got the goal, then Julie, who's in frame with her, got the assist. It's 1-1 heading into the break after what has really
The score at
tiring
halftime
and
is
grueling
Gokulam Kerala
first
FC
half.
1, Nita Football Academy 1.
Priyadarshini got the lead. Pyari Kaka gets another one in the season. And it's all square at the break. Let's take a look at the highlights. Menaka with a peach of a ball, finished by Priyadarshini. Lovely header. In fact, both the goals were headers either side. Different types of crosses, similar types of finishes. Away from the goalkeeper, across the goalkeeper. That's what you've got to do. Few chances here and there for both sides. Menaka's shot was away from the post, as was Jasoda. Bhumika's shot went off somebody and went for a corner. Few aimless shots from outside. Jasoda's other shot was a little better. Straight to Soumya, who's made some good saves. Starting with this one, Elizabeth thought she had her number. Good save from Soumya. And then on the other hand, Matilda with the shot, but defended or rather parried away by Soumya. That shot was wide from Munda again. Easy collection there for Soumya. And then a nice move down the right hand side. Julie's cross. An unmarked Pyari Kaka is the worst thing to see as a defender or a goalkeeper, and she makes them pay. And Soumya's save almost went out. It actually spun into the post now that you see it on the replay. Pyari almost got another. As referee Pooja S signals half time. And it's 1-1 between Gokulam, Kerala and Nita Football Academy. Stay tuned because the second half is just around the corner.
मीरा तूने एफर्ट डाला अभी किया तू बॉल चाहिए क्या ले लो बॉल
Back to second half action here at East Bengal ground, the final match day of the Indian Women's League. What a season it's been, and we can't wait for the next one already. So the final half of the season for both Gokulam Kerala and Nita Football Academy. It's
Ladies
1-1.
and
It's
gentlemen,
anybody's for the
let us
taking.
welcome back the teams of Gokulam Kerala FC and Nita Football Academy.
So there we go.
One case of water.
Priyadarshini and Pyari scoring for either side. 3 points will be a massive boost at the end of the season. Priyadarshini goes for the cross, top net. Chipped into space, nobody really there. Looking for Pyari Kaka as always. What an instrumental player she is for Nita FA. But the other players have also complimented her really well. Here's Jasoda, plays it towards the left-hand side. Matilda has been really good. Cuts inside, goes for a shot herself. Soumya is there again. She has been very stable at the back. Sorrell tries for a bit of a chip into the post, doesn't really work out. Just taking too many chances at the back there. Nishima, she wasn't going to go forward, then there was no point. Could have just laid it back early. Either ways, here's Susanna for Nita FA. Bhumika's run was inward, but now she has it. Up against Shubhangi. Bhumika again does really well, uses her pace, goes down the line, but Shubhangi does well to put it out for a corner. Tough conditions for the players, but they're marshalling on. The next goal in this game will be pivotal. Decent delivery headed away by a maroon shirt. That could be a foul. Bit of a clip there. Surely a clip there. Good run from Amira Devi, who's come on recently. Again, looking for the space there. Nicely cleared away by Susanna.
না ওটা সুমিতটা কোন দোকানে দিয়েছে আমি জানি না সুমিতটাকে আবার জিজ্ঞেস কর হ্যাঁ আর কথা
Another ball into space. Here's the chance. What a save by Soumya once again. She has been fantastic. 3 or 4 saves which have basically kept Gokulam Kerala in the game. Another push from Shibhangi off the ball. She's got to be careful. Jasura Munda with a lovely ball through. Oh, what a chance. Tough angle there for Elizabeth. This is the last warning, I would say, for Shibhangi, who's really struggling. Opportunity to cross again. Soumya trying to align her defenders to get to the right position. Not the best of balls, headed away from Muskan. Here's Cindy again. Puts the ball in, good delivery. Bhumika is there, so was Pyari. And Julie will try to keep it in play. She does, plays it backwards. Opportunity to cross again. Viksit. A good header away there from Baby, and then the shot is over the top.
अलीना को बीच में खेलने बोलो अलीना को बीच में खेलने बोलो ओके रहना अलीना के पीछे जाना है प्रियंका तुम राइट विंगर खेलेगा ओके अलीना विल प्ले सेंटर मिडफील्डर 2 सेंटर मिडफील्डर
And here a few tactics taking place on the mic on the sidelines. Cindy almost loses possession. Bhumika overloading here. Nita FA. The ball towards the left hand side. Good challenge there from Phoebe. At the right place at the right time. And then Shubhangi with a good challenge. Helped out there by Baby as well. Another ball in. That's a nice attempt from Pyari Kaka. But again, straight to Soumya. Tough to beat her from that angle. Shubhangi is really struggling here. I think she's got to go off. Especially when she's on a yellow card. One small mistake and they'll be down to 10. Physio comes out to check on her. Other changes taking place. Sahana is coming on, as is Priyanka. Shubhangi is off. TH Sahana and Priyanka Kashyap are on. I think Menaka is off as well. Shubhangi will also be making way because she doesn't look like she is in the state to continue. That one goes out of play as Mira tried to keep it in. There are the changes confirmed for you. Good physicality once again. Trying to tap past and run. They're never going to get it. Here's Elizabeth. Looking to go around the corner. That'll run out of play. Then another awkward pass. Those are the mistakes that you've got to stop making as you progress, especially at this level.
Substitution for Gokulam Kerala FC. Jersey number 16, Shubhangi Singh. Replaced by jersey number 15, TH Sahina. Jersey number 7, Menaka Devi. Replaced by jersey number 25, Priyanka Kashyap.
बॉल नहीं रख सकता यार फुटबॉल खेलना है
Animated. The coach is not happy with the way the ball has been lost, and that is something that we've all noticed today, that's for sure. But at the end of the season, it does happen sometimes. Good interception there. At the back, Shahena has come in place of Shubhangi. Yes, Priyanka Kashyap, her first involvement. Jasoda stops her in her tracks. Cindy. Bhumika, who's been really good in that midfield channel. Phoebe with a good clearance away. But Julie Kishan, whose adventurous run in the first half led to that assist for Pyari Kaka. Haven't seen much of Priyadarshini after she scored that goal. Now it falls towards Cindy. A bit of open space in front of her. Pyari Kaka plays it wide. Here's a chance. Oh, that's a poor finish there from Matilda. You can understand what she was trying to do. Just curl it away from the keeper into that top left corner. Didn't really work out. Good defensive work there by Cindy. And it looks like MUAJ is going to come on. Holds up the play really nicely for her side. That's a really nice run from Elizabeth. Tries to play it towards Pyari Kaka, but Sahena does well. Just come into the game, but has met it with the pace that's required. Jasoda. Wonderful challenge again there by Phoebe. She's an absolute rock at the back. She gives the ball away, and now she's out of position. This could be a chance for Nita FA. Matilda keeps going. Plays it wide to Bhumika. Phoebe has made her way back. How about that from the Gokulam Kerala defender? Gets back into the position so well. MUAJ will come on in place of Muskan Subba, who's had a really good outing today. MUAJ has scored 4 goals for Gokulam Kerala this season. Appi has got a couple, not playing today. Muskan has also got a couple, as has Roja. But here's Bhumika, goes for the cross. Phoebe is there, keeps it in well. And has been fantastic for the Malabarians, especially in the last few minutes and of course this season. Bhumika is onside. Phoebe plays her on. Takes a shot, but that's a good block by Alina. Gokulam Kerala defense is under quite a bit of pressure. They need to try and move forward. That's good for Mira. She keeps going. No, in fact, it was Remy Thekchom. That's a good interception from Baby. Good challenge from Bhumika though to win it back. Matilda has a lot of space, could go herself. Oh, again. Looking for Pyari Kaka's run or maybe even that far post, but needs to hit it with a bit of venom on that occasion. Just there, you've got to put your boot through it. But again, a bit of a tired shot from her. Now Phoebe feeling a bit of the heat as well. She's been running quite a bit in this second half. Now, and somebody else has gone down. I think it's Bhumika who made that challenge. Hopefully the injuries are limited in this final game. We don't want anybody to end the season like that. We've all worked really hard. And looks like Bhumika will be stretchered off. She's had a fantastic game in the middle. But it looks like that will be her last move for this IWL season. So we continue. Nice 1-2. Baby has a bit of space. She can keep going actually. And she's played the ball too early. No chance Mira was getting there ahead of anybody else. And that's exactly what the coach is saying. You could have held it a bit. Here she is again. Goes for a ball into the area. Headed away. Jasoda will pick it up. And she gets past the likes of Alina. And she's got a lot of greenery to run into. And she's run straight into Shaina, who's made a good challenge. But that was a poor run eventually. MUAJ, her first involvement. Very good hold-up play from her. Puts it into space. Again, too much to ask here of Mira, who does well to chase. Nishim updated it backwards. MUAJ will get it back after Adrija's clearance. That's a nice turn. Goes for a cross herself. Decent delivery. Priyadarshini was there. Susanna clears. Cindy picks it up. Open game. The draw will suit Nita FA, of course. They are higher in the table. Karikaka is there. Phoebe plays it backwards. And Soumya does well. Important that Phoebe plays the whole game from Gokulam Kerala's point of view. She has been so good at the back, of course. Sorel plays the ball through, flicked on by Priyadarshini, but nobody running behind her. Here's Mvj. Looks for that ball through. Doesn't really find it. And again now looking for that pass. There was a chance for Baby, who's not been able to pick out the passes she was looking for. Now for the second time of asking, loses possession in a really good position. That's a good turn from Matilda, who should get it back. And now we'll keep going. Phoebe, look at the way she just barges her over. Wonderful defensive work from her. And now it's Susanna who's having a bit of an issue. But they were playing with Bhumika without Bhumika all this time. They hadn't made a substitution. And now Jabamani will come on. But that was really surprising. From a Nita FA point of view, what took them so long to make the change? Maybe the ball hadn't gone out of play, but they should have been ready with that change. Bhumika was down for so long. Anyway, here come Gokulam Kerala. And that's a poor cross from Priyanka Kashyap. Big squads for all the IWL teams, of course. It's a long season. Had a big break as well in between, which is not easy to regain that sort of flow. But there has been a bit of a difference between the starting 11 players and the players off the bench. And I think that gap has to be bridged as the seasons progress. But overall, the football has been so good. Good work there from Priyanka. She's given it away again. Jasoda gets it back from Elizabeth. Pulling all the strings here. Jasoda back to Pyari Kaka. Cindy very steady in the midfield as well. This is a good move so far, but Pyari Kaka's pass doesn't find Elizabeth, who's slightly disappointed with that. Could have held it for a bit. It's about waiting the pass and also waiting to make the pass. And those are really important aspects when you're attacking down the wing. Sometimes you have to not play it too early. Of course, most of the time early passes are better. Sometimes you have to hold a bit. Here's Jasoda. Headed away. Nishima has a bit of an awkward one. And good work from Baby, who's playing in the midfield now. But can't look for that spread of play. Here's Matilda, who's really quick. Sorel tries to stop her, but she can't. Oh, that's a really nice run from Tekcham, but she loses possession. There's Matilda, plays it through. It was too heavy for Jabamani's run. MUAJ does what she does best, plays it again towards Baby, who has made another good run, but she's got to be exhausted after that one. Very tough to keep going in this heat, let me tell you.
Don't play that like
But the fitness levels have been superb this IWL season. Especially this leg. The first phase was played in different conditions during the winter. But in the summer, it's been really hot. MUAJ tries to play the pass, but there was an option on the left towards Mira. She didn't go for it.
idiot! खड़ा हो गया उधर!
Great ball into space. Elizabeth has a few runners inside if she wants to play it early. Now she plays it to Pyari Kaka. Looks for that 1-2. Nice idea there between her and Java Mani, but she doesn't get it back. Play towards the right hand side. Here's Java Mani again. Lots of time. Nobody really backtracking. Goes for a shot herself. Soumya's there. Needs to be cleared. Not sure what Phoebe was thinking there. Just played out for a corner. That's the easiest thing to do. She gets sandwiched by a couple of players and Soumya stays down. She's been told by Saina to stay down and get a bit of a breather. That's how you take the momentum away from the team against you. Here's the chance. Jamamani kept going, realized nobody was coming towards her. Soumya with a good save. And then Phoebe had to clear it. Pyari Kaka realized that Phoebe wasn't going to clear it the other way. It's all happening. A few stretches in. And then Soumya's good to go. Phoebe smashes it away from goal, which is what they want right now. Too much pressure on the Gokulam Kerala backline. 18 minutes and a bit to play. MUAJ holds it up for Priyadarshini, who I think should be just dropping in behind MUAJ. Priyadarshini takes a shot herself, always going wide of Adrija's post. Because when you've got someone like MUAJ there, you can run off her. She plays in a bit of a false 9 position. Use the pace beyond. Here's Susanna. That's a decent ball through, but it will fall straight towards Sahina, who's done really well since coming on. And on cue, loses possession. Pretty tiring, as you can see on the looks of the players' faces. Julie Kishan plays it away. And that's a nice ball through. A chance for Gokulam Kerala here. Priyadarshini Tries to play to MUAJ a bit later. And that's a good bit of tracking back from Susanna. Will be a corner for Gokulam Kerala, who of course have held the IWL crown in the past. They were dominant just like East Bengal are right now. We'd love to get back to that kind of form next season. It's a process. Ball played in, headed away by Susanna, who has been phenomenal at the back. There's Elizabeth. Running power has been good too. Alina tries to track her, not able to. Elizabeth plays the ball through. Sahena does well. That was a ball which was quite awkward to get to, but she did the job correctly. Get into the final 15 minutes we go. On a quick update, it's still 1-0 between Kickstart FC and Setu FC. Which is going to be a good victory for Kickstart as we take a look at this goal. The first one for Priyadarshini. Great ball from Menaka. Super finish by her.
You can stay outside, but they can come.
So with this, and then Julie with the cross, Pyari Kaka with the finish, and take a look at the way this ball spins. Save, and then it suddenly spins. The close-up angle will give you the idea. Elizabeth with a good ball through. Julie with a nice cross as well. Pyari's finish enough to beat Soumya, who's going the other way, and then it spun into the post. So as the hydration continues, just an update on the table. So with Kickstart winning that game, if they do eventually, they will go to 23 points. They'll finish third. And whoever wins this game can finish fourth. Otherwise, it will be Nita FA who finish fourth because they are ahead right now. So if it's a draw, Gokulam will stay at fifth. If they win, they'll go to fourth. And of course, if Nita themselves win, then they will also go to 22, just below Kickstart. All happening. And of course, two teams will go down. Sessa, one of them, and either Garhwal or Sri Bhumi will be going as well. But here's a chance. Oh, the pass could have been played towards Pyari Kaka. That's awkward. That's a back pass. Is it going to be given? It's not given. Dicey moment there. But you can't help it. Susanna with a good header away. And hopefully a bit of energy restored now for these teams after that cooling break. And they can give the last 15 minutes or so their all. East Bengal, of course, are already crowned champions, looking to make it 13 wins out of 14 this evening. And they have a possible chance of the men being ISL champions and the women being IWL champions. What a time for the torchbearers. If only they can get it done. Women's league is, of course, sealed. Back-to-back champions. Oh, that's a lovely turn there from Matilda. Tried to go one turn too many. She had Sahena where she wanted her initially. MUAJ now looks for that expansive ball through when she can just play it to the feet of Priyadarshini. That should have been a better ball from her. Babita will be on in place of Jamamani Tudu just came on.
Substitution
A
for
short-lived
Nita.
stay for her on the field.
Jersey number 2 out, 27 in. Jersey number 2 out, 27 in.
Sahena
Substitution
gets
for Nita Football
a bit of a
Academy. Jersey number 2, Jovamani Tudu,
independence from the
replaced by jersey number
physio.
27,
Be fine to
Babita
continue.
Kumari.
Babita to be রাখতে all you to do.
So into the final 10 minutes. Babita on for Jabamani there. Plays it towards Babita, gets a first involvement of the game. And gets a corner from this near side. He gets a welcome from Pyari Kaka also. She's come onto the pitch for the first time this game, of course. As a sub, here's Susanna Soumya, who's been probably the player of the game for me so far, with the saves that she's made to keep this game alive for Gokulam Kerala. They still have a chance, of course, but here is the chance for Susanna. Cross comes in, headed away. There was nobody attacking it from a Nita FA point of view. Susanna with another chance to put it into the area. Soumya's there. Soumya punches it out really well. Not the best of crosses. Sahena plays it away. Priyadarshini turned just about in time and gets it back. Cindy lets it go through, but Julie steps in. Oh, it's given away to Priyadarshini once again. 2-on-5 situation. Cindy should get there first. They're looking really tired here, some of the players. And here's Julie. Rather Jasoda, I beg your pardon. Babita holds on, plays it backwards. We've got to just push for 10 more minutes here. These women who have given it everything but need to give a little bit more. There's Babita again. Not easy to get past the likes of Phoebe and Sorel. Beautiful touch there from Mweje. And then spreads it towards the right hand side for Tekcham, who's been running a lot. Look at that, brilliant pace. Priyadarshini, poor touch from her. She's really struggling now. But Elizabeth isn't. Keeps going. Sahena with a good challenge, not afraid once and then again to put her foot into it. And then there is a bit of a problem here. Matilda making a foul, I think. So yellow card for her. Not sure what transpired. I think it was a bit of a late tackle. Cindy also going down, but I think she'll stay on the pitch. So quite a few stoppages. We'll have a lot of added time, which I don't think the players will be too happy about. What with the heat.
Sujata, Sujata, Sujata.
There's Phoebe, puts the ball in. MJ takes it down nicely, plays it through. It almost found its way towards Priyanka Kashyap, who was there. We've got to put a bit more pressure on MJ. Don't let her turn. That is what the signal is from the coach. Yes, Sorel could take a shot. Good block by Julie. Baby, MJ this time has two players on her. Can't do much about that. That's nicely done by Jabamani. She keeps going. This is a wonderful run from her. And then the pass towards Elizabeth had to be into space. That is where she really could have been useful. Elizabeth, of course, very useful player, but what I mean is the pass towards the space was the idea, not the one into the foot this time round. A bit of that decision making lacking today from a few of the players. Another ball over the top. Sahina couldn't get it too far away. Matilda plays it through. Tarikaka, too many players on her. Tries to open up space herself, then plays it wide. Good interception from Priyanka. Oh, she gives it away to Sorel. Here's Parry, might want to go herself. Skips past one and the other. Sahina couldn't really deal with that ball on the bounce, but somehow took the touch. And here's Priyadarshini. Plays it through for MJ and gives the ball away. Hasn't held on to the possession too well, but then she gets it back, a bit of a gift. MJ looks for the turn. Might want to try and take a shot herself. She doesn't. Plays it back to Priyadarshini. Good recycling of the ball here. And Mira's ball was headed away. Good turn there from Rixit herself, who's really good in that chop inside. Priyanka with a good interception gets it back. Doesn't tap and run, which is probably going to be the better option on these occasions. The Cindy, who hasn't been feeling the best in the last few minutes. Beautiful touch around the corner from Matilda, but that final pass just lacking, like most of the moves from both teams today. Would have liked to be slightly better in the final third. And a bit of news is that Setu have equalized, so it's 1-1 in the other game, which changes things. The kickstart will stay on 20. And Nita FA right now will finish third if it stays this way on both sides. And that's always the final day drama for you. And it's going to be even more dramatic in the evening as Sri Bhumi and Garhwal United both play to stay in the league. And it will favour Garhwal because they are playing Sesa, a slightly easier opponent compared to East Bengal, of course. Shot from a distance, straight to Soumya. So what could potentially happen today is East Bengal could actually knock out Sri Bhumi from the IWL. If Garhwal get a result against Sessa, but Sessa would like to go through, or rather go back down to the IWL 2 with a positive result. They're still looking for their first win in the campaign. Can they get it later on tonight? We'll find out. All the action on the Indian Football YouTube channel. Bit of possession now for Nita FA, Susanna. It'll be really interesting to see how many minutes are added on in a game where lots of players are struggling, and there have been so many stoppages. 5 minutes, which isn't too bad to hold on to, and also gives the time for one of these sides to get a winner. Here's Susanna. Oh, nicely done by Elizabeth, but Pyari Kaka couldn't get there. Remy Tokchom, who has been fantastic today. What running from her, what stamina. And this is sapping heat, I must add. If you've ever played in Kolkata, you'll know. Yes, you can have the stamina to keep going, but at some point it just saps everything out of you. You lose a lot of water. But these women have been countering it brilliantly, and that just shows their dedication, their fitness levels, their desire, their passion. Five minutes added on here, and also in the kickstart Sethu game. Don't know if Nita FA know what's going on there, but the draw is good enough now to finish third. Here's Pyari Kaka. Babita makes the ball, the run through. Soumya gets there first. Brilliant goalkeeping. By Gokulam, Kerala's number 31 today. Some good saves, some good outings.
Easy.
Here's Susanna. Oh, that's not the best of passes from Cindy. And MUJ can hold it up. Good work from her. That's her strength. Priyanka decides just to keep the ball for a few more seconds. Baby has a look towards the right hand side. Doesn't really play it well. And that's a lovely ball towards the left for Elizabeth, who cuts inside. Matilda can't find the pass. Bit of a loose touch there from Cindy. Played wide. Babita has a chance, but can't put the ball into the area. 1.5 seconds to go. Now Cindy goes for the ball in, just isn't her day today. Jasuda, who has grown in stride after that first half, which wasn't as great. Second half has been better. That's brilliantly done by Babita. Matilda turned and played it backwards rather than going forward. Here's Priyadarshini, does really well, and she can't find MUJ. She didn't even look for her. MUJ need to be closer to the ball though, or closer to Priyadarshini, on the same line of hers at least. Here's Pyari Kaka, looking to be inspirational, and speaking of which, that's a fantastic challenge from Sahena, who has been as good as anybody else on the field since she's been on as the substitute. Last few seconds left, and she's still running, is Meera Devi. She's also been superb. Meera and Remy Thokchom have run their socks off, as has Elizabeth, Jasoda as well. Yes, Pyari Kaka. Looks like that will probably be the last few seconds. Both teams seem to be quite happy with the draw, and that is that. The season comes to an end in the IWL for Gokulam Kerala and Nita Football Academy. The spoils shared, and Nita have had more of the chances, but Gokulam Kerala have had a better defense today and a better goalkeeper as well, who has made many saves in the form of Soumya. Adrija didn't have too many saves to make. She was steady as well. But at full time at East Bengal ground, it's 1 apiece between Gokulam Kerala and Nita Football Academy, just as it was in the beginning of the season where they met each other, and the same result followed. Soumya, fantastic saves. Good work from the officials as well. Coach not too happy with something. But anyway, a 1-1 draw is okay for the sides. As we take a look at the highlights, it started off with a wonderful ball into the center from Menaka Devi and a crisp finish from Priyadarshini, heading it away from Adrija, who was rooted on the spot. Not much she could do about it. Julie doing well to track back Adrija, doing well with her feet there. Then a few crosses came in from Nita FA. Nothing too constructive. A shot from distance from Menaka, which was wide. Another shot from Jasoda, which was wide. Babita's shot, Bhumika's shot as well was wide. This one from Jasoda straight into the hands of Soumya. One of few saves that she made. Starting with this one, Elizabeth's shot, great save from the keeper. Then Matilda did well to get a bit of space and shot, but again, Soumya was there. And Jasoda's shot was wide. Another good claim from Soumya there under a bit of pressure. And then Elizabeth played it towards Julie, who found Pyari Kaka, who gets her 13th of the season. And that's a good tally. She'll probably finish second highest scorer of the season behind Fazila, unless Soumya scores a few more today. And towards the end of the first half, Pyari almost got another. So Kickstart and Sethu have finished as well. That's 1-1. As we take a look at the second half of highlights. That's another lovely save from Soumya. As Elizabeth couldn't go around her, Pyari's shot again straight to Soumya. All turn out to be saves in the stats. So around 7-8 of them for her. Another shot which was claimed from her, as Matilda couldn't get enough power on it. This one was a poor ball in from Priyanka. Then this is another chance, again saved by Soumya as Jabamani came on. Good defensive work there from Phoebe to step in. And that was full time. So Nita FA should finish on 4th position and Gokulam Kerala on 5th. We'll confirm that soon. But for now, At full time at East Bengal ground, it's Gokulam Kerala 1, Nita Football Academy 1. And later on, the local sides take on each other. Shribhumi versus East Bengal will take place, as Shribhumi will try to stay in the league and East Bengal will of course try to finish off because they are the champions. So catch us for that. Thanks for watching. This is Liam signing off.